G'day traders. Today we're going to talk about 4 signs that you might blow up your trading account. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. G'day traders. I'm Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. Today we're going to be talking about 4 signs or 4 ways that you potentially might be on your way to blowing up your trading account. And we talk about this all the time. If you can't maintain your mental edge and your emotional orientation in the market, these are some of the pitfalls that as retail traders, especially if you're just by yourself or you're sort of off on your own, it can be a very lonely pursuit, and sometimes we get distracted or we get pulled in a direction based on our day-to-day stress and everything else that's going on for us to make irrational, impulsive decisions when we're entering the market. I talk about this in my 7-step daily routine all the time. If you haven't done so, go to my homepage, download it. It's an audio file. You can take it with you wherever you go. Create your own daily high-performance routine. The aim of that is to help you develop the daily disciplines that are congruent with the goals that you want in your trading and that will pull you forward day after day to do the right things that will keep you on track to constantly keep improving. This is a winnable game, but you do need to work at it, and if you want to stay in this game long term and be profitable and be an elite performer, you need to put in the work that elite performers do. So let's get started. First thing is the desire to be rich. Now that may be counterintuitive to a lot of you because obviously one of the main attractions coming to the Forex market, especially into trading in general, is that it offers the allure of unlimited wealth. Freedom of lifestyle and travel and everything else. We see these pictures on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all this other stuff. These guys in Lamborghinis with wads of cash telling you how in half an hour a day you can be doing what they're doing. I don't think so. I don't believe that. But the desire to be rich can lead us down an emotional road of potholes, which will lead us to make irrational, impulsive decisions. And part of that is because we have there's a quotation by Rumi, comparison is the thief of joy. Instead of focusing directly on your trading plan and focusing on flawless execution of that, we get distracted on placing too much emphasis on any one particular trade, over leveraging too large of a position, a trade outside of our trading plan, all of these things. But ultimately that's driven by fear and greed, and that will lead us to potentially over trading, which is an account destroyer, and poor money management, risking too much on any one particular trade, believing that this is a better setup than any of my other trades. Now, no one particular trade, no matter how it presents, it still has a 50-50 outcome. It's either going to go up or down. It might go sideways, but usually it's going to go up or down. So knowing that anything is possible, you don't want to violate your risk management rules, because that's the one particular trade, the best trade setup, that could end up blowing up your trading account. Because leading us to our next one, fear of losing. We get into a trade, we don't want to take a loss, we've taken on too large of a position, it approaches our stop, we might move that stop loss is placed at a level because of the position sizing that if it hits that loss is much larger than we were prepared to experience, and it will potentially do massive damage to our trading account. That leads us to number 3, the need to be right. We want to be right, we don't want to be wrong. We're conditioned our whole lives to believe that you need to work hard and be right at something in order to be successful. Taking a loss would indicate that you were wrong, and wrong violates our mental conditioning. So we're wired counterintuitively to actually do what's right in the market, which is let your profits run and cut your losses short. We tend to do it the other way, and a lot of people, even though they will understand that, the research, the broker statements show that most traders run their losses and they cut their profits short. You can go broke from taking small profits, especially if your losses are bigger than your profits. So fear of losing, we're afraid to take a loss, we don't want to be wrong, so we move our stops or we don't place a stop in the market at all. And that leads us to number 4, which is a lack of discipline. We get a few winning trades, next thing you know we hit a string of losers, so we throw our system away and we jump on and we're looking for the next best system. We are unprepared to stay with our system. We'll run a mechanical back test or we'll run a system test that will give us results, but when we get into a drawdown or we go through a patch of losing trades, we're not prepared to ride that out, and we system jump. And it's just about that point where you system jump where that trading system may have kicked out and gone into a huge run of winning trades, replaced all those losses, and grew your account by an even greater percentage. So it's really key on that last part, if you've got a perfectly good trading system, to not abandon it. So how do you know when you're abandoning that trading system? Well, obviously you need to be monitoring your trades, maybe over certain sample sizes, monitoring your positive expectancy, monitoring your average winner, your average loser, to see what that ratio is. And also, before you start, obviously knowing that system over a large data sample size has had a positive expectancy in terms of its profitability. So just to review real quickly, 4 signs you might be blowing up your trading account or on your way. Mentally or emotionally disoriented. You have the desire to be rich. The problem with that is that your focus is on how much can I make, how much I'm going to make, instead of actually on executing your trading plan. The second component of that, the fear of loss. So we talk about this, the main reason why traders lose in one of the other blog articles. It's always the same reasons, but ultimately it boils back down to poor risk management, emotional disorientation, the inability to take a loss, too large of positions, and again, averaging in the loser trades, anger trades, revenge trades, all the same old things. Number 3, the need to be right, and number 4, the lack of discipline, which is probably the most important. The discipline should be unconsciously part of your approach to the markets. If you really are approaching trading as a business and you're following all those steps in the recipe that make up your trading plan, so you're detached from the outcome. You're not thinking about how much you can make. Your main concern is, I'm going to limit my loss. I already know what my maximum loss is. I don't know how big of a profit I'm going to get, but I know how much my maximum loss is going to be. You're hitting every trade when those trade signals present. You're following your trading system to the T. You monitor your sample sizes to look for that positive expectancy. Stick with your best A-trade setups and keep it simple, traders. Hopefully you got some value out of today's video. 4 signs that you might be on your way to blowing up your trading account. Make sure that you're not doing any one of them, and may the markets go with you.
Hi traders, it's Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at staceyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.